what if Naruto is gonna be, extremely gory. This will have extremely gory mention of death, psychological war, and very scarring for anyone under 18. So if you're under 18, click out now. Alright, now let's get into the video. Naruto will be in the orphanage, grown up in the orphanage after the Kyuubi attack. Though I'm gonna skip to the Kyuubi attack. A little bit before the Kyuubi, a month or two before the Kyuubi attack, Kushina has 100 sealing technique with 5 different elements on each one where the Kyuubi is sealed. For the 5 element seal, that I believe what they called it, what they used to seal the Kyuubi chakra to cut it off. She has 5 different elements in a seal. In a 500 sealing, each one has the chakra natures. Alright, this will help Kushina out in Minato during the fight with the Kyuubi attack. However, they still die. Kushina's soul will be infused with the 5 element 100 healing technique and the masked man that attacked the village by extracting the Kyuubi, he would only be able to cut off take the 30% of the not even 100, but 25% would be left with Kushina. 25% of the Kyuubi's chakra. And Minato would put a stop to the masked man as usual. And Kushina and Minato transferred the other half of the Kyuubi into Kushina and used Kushina got their soul transferred along with the 100 healing elemental seal, and will be transferred to Naruto. Then, along with the 25% of the Kyuubi's chakra, will be sealed in Naruto. When Kushina will attack, Kushina and Minato, Kushina would have the chains wrapped around the Kyuubi that's attacked, and the Kyuubi will still ram through. Kushina would live for several minutes later, to use the Reaper Death Seal and seal the Kyuubi inside of Naruto. After that was done, Kushina fused her soul and fused herself with Naruto. She can show herself to Naruto and touch physical objects, take physical form, but only once every month, like once a month, and that will come into play later, and she will be able to watch over Naruto due to the 100 healing elemental seal. Alright, let's cut to Naruto at the orphanage. He's being tortured at the age of 3. 3. Getting every bone in his body broken and repaired. From the fingernails getting cut off. Bones broken every day. Like from your pinky finger, from each little joint keeps getting broken and repaired. From his legs to his toes to his thumbnails. Well, nails on your hand. Including skull damage, broken jaws, you name it. Including sexual assaulted, raped repeatedly. Naruto ends up escaping. He ends up escaping the orphanage. He ends up escaping the room. And he had enough of it. He finally gave in. Caved, and he killed them. Well, put them into a critical state. 8. Put them in critical condition and left. No one knew about this. No one knows what happened to Naruto when he left. After he left, he was caught and put back into a cell at the orphanage that they personally made. And then they kicked him out for putting him in critical condition. They all got healed though. They kick him out on the street. And that he ends up living on his own. He ends up roaming around on the street. Every time he bumps into somebody, they would do the same thing as the orphanage. Pretty sad. Kushina would appear wearing a mask to him, and he would be out of the village or on the Kage monument when he appears, and she will teach him a couple jutsus, and teach him how to tree walk and water walk. First thing he ever learns. One of the things he learns. Then she will teach him the shadow clone jutsu and tell him the secret about the shadow clone jutsu. And that whatever the shadow clones learn and experience goes back to the user. He would know that from early on. He will also learn of a explosive shadow clone. Oh no. Explosive shadow clone in multiple kunai. He also learns where he can make multiple sin bones and kunai in those star things and those knives that they use. And she will tell him to practice throwing at high speeds. The faster, keep doing that. And then we're gonna skip a couple months until he's like the age of 5. He's a year or 2 has passed since he learned those techniques, and he went to the Hokage's office and told them what happened. And he would ask Hiruzen to let him live in the forest, in the middle of the forest of nowhere. He would be living there from now on. And he asked for him to he would make a underground place to live underneath the ground, like a bunker for us here, for the modern people. I will make a hidden place for me to live. It will have a couple rooms. Oops. Oops. He would. There would be a bedroom, kitchen, training room, a dojo, and let's just say and it will have a library. And I will place seals only. The place would be sealed. Have seals. The only people that can get in and out of it is me and you. Ooh, that's what Naruto would tell him. But it will take time for that to happen. Naruto shaked his head. I know someone that can get that done in a couple hours. Well, minus the ceiling, Hiruzen would say. And it would be outside of the village walls. It's a wide forest, about 80, several miles and miles around the village. Hidden in the leaves, for story purposes, of course. And he would say, and if anyone comes besides me and you, Hiruzen, and I will have them executed due to the seal I will place around the area where I live. Will kill anybody that comes. Just me and you can go, and well, that in your sons, 'cause it's a blood seal barrier, which means if I use my blood in your blood, it would only allow you and me to come in, except for if it's a child that has your blood. The old man, Naruto would say. And Hiruzen would agree to this, but he said, I would let you live in the forest and have a place to hide and live, only on one condition. And it will be in the middle of the forest, outside of the town, and I will have someone I trust make the place. It's just going to be empty rooms, nothing else. You will have to get the furniture and stuff or make it yourself. Alright, Naruto, Hiruzen would say, and he would agree to this. Yes. And over a period of time, and during this time, Naruto has become a escape artist. If you don't know what that means, he has escaped everything. He still gets kidnapped, he still gets tortured by Ambus all the time. And he would escape and kill them all. Because he has learned nature release. He will have all 5 elements due to the elemental seal on him. It would have 5 elements of chakra natures, and he's able to channel it through his hands. To his hands. Whenever he touches somebody, it will do critical damage. If he uses wind and fire is his favorite, sometimes he would use water, lightning, and wind channeled to his hands and seal it. And he would touch people's hands and stuff when he's fighting. Wherever he touches will get serious damage, like ruptured bones, And from bones to skins to flesh, and even veins would be extremely wounded. It's extremely dangerous. And he learned how to fight somewhat by having people kick at him and having kunais repeatedly thrown at him and multiplied on several occasions. Naruto can do the same, but he decides to only do taijutsu to show off because he doesn't want to have any more people after his ass are trying to kill him because he knows too many jutsus or has some knows jutsus. So that happens. Naruto lives in the forest. He in his house he has an interrogation room with he sealed everything. He has learned all types of sealing and forbidden seals, 690 forbidden sealing techniques. In this, he's not going to use a lot of the sealing techniques. He's only going to use it once in a while. That's right, once in a while. Like, one every episode. Every episode, there will be one time using it. He ends up, he still saves Hinata when they were kids. That doesn't change. Naruto ends up captured at the age of 12. I'm skipping straight to the academy. He had I'm skipping to the academy. Yeah. I'm skipping to the academy. Yeah. First day at the academy. The only thing he's good at is at the physical portion of the exams. He's only going to be passing in that, in the written exams, in the chakra, and when he does shadow clones and all those other jutsus, he's going to purposely fail on them. Fail them due to the council sent people to try to and had fun with him and other things. Let's just leave it at that. And they don't want it to deal with him. And Naruto has transformed into the hinge on multiple occasions. The reason why he kept got caught and tortured was because someone bumped into him, because he's a little, he bumps into people too much, so the transformation ends up adapting to him, to the user, and he can hold it a lot longer and does a lot of damage for him to. He has to take serious attacks, or getting attacked. Getting stabbed with a kunai would break it, but otherwise it won't break the hinge by bumping into him. He's read everything in the library. He sent clones to go to the library and read everything there. Had everything read in the Leaf Village, every book, and everything. Hell, he even made himself a mask and made himself an outfit because he's living in the forest hunting. So he ends up doing that. He ends up making clothes and puts seals on him. The seal that he places on him reflects all kinds of stuff, like it negates genjutsu and dojutsus. Like if they go for the mind transfer jutsu, will be reflected. It's enchanted with reflection jutsu. And he also he added where he can seal anything in it. A sealing thing where you seal kunais and all other things. He has learned how to use poison at a young age and everything. Okay, I'm getting too overpowered. Oh well. He knows this, and makes his own stuff, and he sells the weapons that he makes to Harus in them, and he explains what the weapon does, like a kunai that easily, when you throw it, put some chakra in it, and it would have one style, chakra blades where you channel chakra into it, and it automatically, just by putting a little of someone's chakra in, it would increase the damage due to, like, it will have one chakra make it cut easier and all this stuff, and he sells it and makes big bucks by selling stuff to the Ambu. He even, he still does his pranks. He paints the Hokage's faces. He sneaks into the Hyuga compound and read all their scrolls, including their slavery and free sale. And he has come up with, he specializes in sealing, in seal corrosion. Basically, it's a technique that he created that would completely erase all types of seals. Like any seal that it places on the human body or on an object, like those chakra that seals, like if someone placed a tag that would paralyze him, he can send a chakra. If it's a chakra thing where it shows off your chakra, Naruto can rust it away by the seal that he made, that he's come up with. Seal eraser, I believe he calls it, where it erases and destroys seals. It negates anything, and he that's how he's mostly been escaping and picking the locks of the handcuffs and getting rid of them. He learned that, but he mostly uses where he erases the seals around him, rusts away, so he ends up using that. Hi, kitty, what are you doing? Alright, getting back to the what if. Hold on, give me a minute. Alright, let's get back to this story. And he has memorized every escape route, any place to hide. He has mapped the whole entire village mentally. In his mind, he knows the whole entire layout of the whole entire village. He ends up graduating the academy. He ends up playing dumb for a long time, till he ends up with Sasuke and Sakura on the same team. The teams are the same this time around. Naruto hangs around with Hinata, Choji, and Shikamaru. When